Hi, this is Becky at Sentier. Thank you for your purchase on the new Vetcorder Pro monitor. Let's see what's inside of our box and I'll teach you how to use it. If you don't have the unit in front of you, please go grab it so that you can follow along. And if you need to stop the video, stop it and pause it, and then we'll restart. So inside of the box, you'll find the new red Vetcorder Pro monitor and case. You've got one SpO2 lingual sensor, and this is going to plug into the lower slot on the left-hand side of your device. You've got one ECG cable, and there's two sets of clips that come with it. There's a silver duckbill type, which tend to work better for shorter fur. And then there's also a blue pair, which tend to work better if you're working with a patient that has a really thick undercoat or heavy fur. So this ECG cable is going to plug into the center slot. And then we also have our temperature cable, our internal temperature wire. This can be used either rectally or in the esophagus, and that's going to plug into the upper slot. There's also a black extension cable in here, which is a tri-parameter extension cable that can be used to lengthen any of your cables that you're working with. So for an example, if you've got a Great Dane and you needed your ECG cable to be longer, you'd first plug your black cable into the side of your ECG slot, and then you're going to plug the ECG cable into the other end of the extension cable, which will give you an additional 3 feet. There's also a white USB cable and a charging cube that you're going to plug into the wall outlet when you need to charge your monitor. So the battery on the Vetcorder will last for approximately 12 hours of continuous use. And if your unit battery were completely dead, it would take 3 hours to fully charge it. So we do recommend that you don't charge it until you really need to. So the battery does have a memory, so the less you charge it, the better. So some clinics may not charge it for a couple days. So once your battery gets down to either a third or a quarter where you feel that you need to recharge it, then you can do so then. So to turn the monitor on, you're going to be pressing and holding down this orange power button, and that's going to bring you over to a screen that has our home screen on it with the 5 icons. So if you wanted to take an ECG recording, what you're going to do is you're going to click on the ECG recorder. That's going to bring you over to a screen that says choose lead 1 or lead 2. Let's go ahead and select lead 2. And then I'm going to put the clips on my finger just for demonstration purposes. Obviously, if you were putting them on a patient, you want to put alcohol down where you're attaching the clips. So you'll see the tracing moving across the screen. Now, if you wanted to take a recording, all you needed to do is press on this triangle. And now you're going to see a status bar moving across the screen. And that's letting you know that you are doing a recording. And then you're also going to see that bar fill in. You do have the option of either having a 30, 60, or a 90-second ECG recording. And it's up to you to decide which route you want to go. You'll also see your heart rate displayed in the lower portion of the screen. When your recording is done, there will be a summary that pops up. So now that we have our summary, we can hit our power button to get back to the home screen. And if you wanted to take an SpO2 reading, you would select the O2 function. And then we're going to attach our SpO2 sensor to our finger. If you're using this on a patient, you're going to use that clip on either the lip, the tongue, the prepuce, the vulva, somewhere in between the toes or on the paw. It really depends upon what size of a patient that you're working with and where you're working as to where you can use the sensor on the patient. So we have our pleth waveform moving across the screen. We have our numerical SpO2 percentage and heart rate on the bottom. And then we also have another bar and a number that's bouncing up and down. That is your perfusion index, and this number can help you determine your optimal sensor placement. So if you're seeing a reading that's under 1, I would reposition your sensor. It might either be too tight, too loose, or not in a very well perfused area. And the higher the number, the better. So let's go ahead and press our orange button and get back to the home screen. Probably where you're going to be using this a majority of the time is when you're in the Monitor Vitals. When you're in the Monitor Vitals, you are able to pair a phone or a tablet with your Vetcorder. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the Monitor Vitals in the center here. And then I'm going to hook up my cables. So I'm going to attach my SpO2 sensor. I'm going to attach my ECG cables. And if you want to get your temperature reading, we're going to do that too. So for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to put that temperature cable in between my fingers. So now I've got the ECG tracing on top. I have my pleth waveform on the bottom, and then my numerical data is along the side, and my temperature is in the upper left-hand corner. So if I needed to download the apps for my Apple phone, I would go to the Apple App Store, and the first app that I'm going to download is the Monitor Vitals, and the Monitor Vitals tile is a black tile, and it has a neon green ECG and a pleth waveform going through it. And that's the app that you want to use when you're in the Monitor Vitals on your device. You're using it during surgery or a procedure. The other app that you're going to download is when you want to upload your recordings and you want to get your saved recordings out of the Vetcorder and you want to transfer them so that you can either email them or print them. And that app is called Vetcorder Connect. It's a white tile with 2 interconnecting black circles. So I'm going to do that now. So if I have the apps on my phone, I'm going to open up the Monitor Vitals app on my phone. And then I'm going to get a message that says exit or Vetcorder 0569. So this number is important because if you're in a clinic that has multiple units, you want to make sure that you're pairing it with the proper device. So you can only pair one Vetcorder with a device. So I'm going to select the Vetcorder 0569 because those are the last 4 digits of the serial number. So now I have what's displaying on my phone is an exact replica of what's on my Vetcorder device. So if I want to set my phone down on one side of the table and then have the Vetcorder on the other side, it's easier for 2 people to see what's going on because one can look at the phone and one can look at the device. So there is a recording that you can take, a 30-second recording while you're doing surgery, and that's called a daily check. If you're taking a daily check recording, this will not be displayed on your phone or your tablet while you're doing that. So what you're going to do is you're going to press your orange button on your Vetcorder and get back to the home screen. And then in the left-hand corner on the bottom, you're going to click on that stethoscope, which is the daily check icon. That's going to bring you over to a page that says choose a pet. For time purposes, we're going to select guest. And then that's going to come up with a message to attach your sensors. So once it sees that your probes are attached, you're going to see a circle go round and round, and then your recording is going to start. So you'll see your ECG tracing on top, your pleth waveform on the bottom, and then that status bar is moving across the screen so that you can see how much of your recording is done and what you have left. And then when that recording is done, that bar will disappear and you'll have the summary that pops up, just like we did with the ECG recording. So it's your option of doing a daily check. Some clinics do it. It's nice to be able to attach it to your record so that you have evidence that you monitored in your patient software. So now that our recordings are done, we are going to remove the cables from the monitor, make sure that when you're taking these cables out that you're grasping them from the base of the cable, that you're not just pulling the cords. So we're going to gently take those straight out, and then we're going to set them aside. So now what I want to do is I'm going to show you the menus in the settings. So if you want to go ahead and hit your orange button, get back to your home screen, you'll notice on the right-hand side of the screen there's a flashing arrow. Let's go ahead and swipe your finger to the left, and that's going to bring you over to the second page, and we're going to go into the settings menu. So select the tools. That's going to bring you over to a page that says General. Go ahead and click on that, and that's going to bring you over to the date and time. If you click on the date and time, if you needed to change that because of a difference in time zone, go ahead and arrow over to the time and then hit the plus or minus. And then when you have the correct time, hit your arrow to get back. And then underneath that, you're going to see the ECG length. If you click on the ECG length, you can see you can either have 30 seconds, 60 seconds, or 90 seconds for your recording. Whichever one you want to choose, hit yes. Then underneath that is your ECG bandwidth. If you're ever having a problem getting an ECG recording on a smaller patient, you may want to switch that over from normal to wide mode. Sometimes it'll help and sometimes it won't. What you may want to do is make sure that you're in the lead 2 and you're using alcohol, and that bottom clip you may need to put down near the paw. So let's go ahead and hit the X and get out of that page, and then you'll be back where you've got general and volume. Go ahead and click on the volume. The first time you touch that, you're going to do away with the sound. The next time you touch it 1, 2, or 3 times, that's how you vary the sound. If you arrow down underneath that is your unit of measurement, where you can either have imperial or metric. And then if you arrow down to the next page, there's Bluetooth. If you're ever having a problem connecting a Bluetooth device, check to make sure that your Bluetooth didn't get turned off inadvertently on your Vetcorder. That circle should be in the right-hand position for the Bluetooth to be on. And you also want to check to make sure that on your device that the Bluetooth is enabled. If you click on the About icon at the bottom of the page, you'll also see the current software version that's in your Vetcorder. If you have purchased a new Vetcorder, make sure that you go on our warranty website and register the warranty. So jump on the www.centierconnect.com under the support page and you can register your warranty. And that way you'll make sure and get our next software upgrade that we send out. On that page, you'll also find frequently asked questions. You're able to start a support ticket. So you can email us with a question. If you do need to call us, you can call the 844 Vetcorder number. So just a heads up that on your warranty, the warranty on your Vetcorder monitor and the case is 12 months, and that's against manufacturer defects. And then the accessories are warranted for 6 months against manufacturer defects. So if you want to get back to your home screen, go ahead and hit your orange button once and then hit it again to get back to your home screen. So if you want to check the battery to see how much you have left, go ahead and hit your orange button once and that will get you over to the time screen, and your battery icon is in the corner. So if you needed to turn it off, go ahead and hit your orange button once and then press and hold down your power button until that black circle is displayed in the center and your monitor completely goes gray. That means the battery's turned off and it's not draining any power. Thank you for learning about your Vetcorder today. If you do have questions, please feel free to give us a call at 844 Vetcorder and check in on one of the other training videos. Thanks for your purchase and have a great day.